Pela primeira vez temos aqui na Ccxp Sandra Bullock e Trevante Rhodes. Thank you very much, guys, for being here.
Thank you for having us, everybody.
How's been your stay here in Brazil so far?
Every stay for me in Brazil has been really, really good to me. So far, it's been, once again, really, really good to me. Yeah.
Cool. What about you, Miss Rhodes? Mr. Rhodes, it's the first time that you're here in Brazil? Or?
It is the first time. It is, and it's been the most amazing thing. The people here are just the best. The food is amazing. The people are amazing. It's been an amazing experience. Yeah.
Cool, cool. And you guys are showing you're doing a panel of Bird Box right now, yeah? The new movie from Netflix. And what can you say that caught your attention to get on board on that project?
For me, it was this beautiful woman right here and our incredible director. And the script was amazing as well, so it was just an amazing chance.
So what about your character, Sandra? It's she's really different. She doesn't have that a lot of emotions, and she doesn't name her children. I mean, different character, especially for a protagonist in a horror movie like this, or I don't know, a thriller movie like this. She's that different too. It's just an impression of mine.
No, you're right. She's very cut off, but you need her to be that way at the beginning of the story. So by the time you get to the end of this journey, there's a release, and you understand why she's had to be that way. She's not that way because she wants to be. She's just filled with fear on so many different levels. And so when you go on this journey with her, and you're as scared as she is, and you're as frightened as she is, you come to an understanding about why a human being would be that cut off. And it's for a really good reason. Really good reason.
Cool. And do you guys have a favorite scene that you guys film on the set? Because in the trailer, I haven't seen the movie yet. I just saw the trailers and some clips, and it seems like it's really dark, and it's I mean, you have a lot of suspense. Do you guys have a favorite scene that?
For me, I think my favorite sequence is the sequence on the river with her, because it's just, I mean, it's really, it just puts your heart on the edge of like your life, really. It just puts you on the edge of the seat, just watching her go through all that stuff. It's really cool.
I actually loved any time there were human beings in the room. Like anytime you could connect with somebody and laugh and have fun, and then at the end of the day, we would all sort of let loose and joke around a little bit. I didn't like being alone. I mean, I wasn't alone. I had 2 children with me, but they weren't really talking to me. They were blindfolded. So, but it was really nice to be being with Trey. Just like figuring out how to make this relationship really meaningful in a way that I would like to think people haven't seen people interact before in a film like this. Usually thrillers and horror films don't get what we got to express.
What do you guys can say about that relation between the 2 characters? What is special about it?
You know, I think it was just genuine, and it was a relationship between 2 people who found themselves in a situation, and they found themselves loving each other to help each other prevail and continue and grow in life. So I think it's just a unique but special relationship that was built, and I think that's not something we see all the time.
Yeah, and you were talking about to work blindfolded. How was that? I mean, you're at the posters and the trailer. How was to act blindfolded?
Well, you ran into a lot of things. Often I would run into the camera, but I liked it. I think, I can't speak for Trey, but I liked it because it made me scared, it made me angry. I didn't always know what I was doing, and all I cared about was that the kids were okay, that nothing happened to the children. But for me, being blindfolded for half the film took away things that I rely on a lot. So it made me edgy and crabby and fearful and very skittish, and I think that's probably a good thing. I told everyone, if I fall, let me fall. Don't stop, the cameras unless I'm bleeding from the head or something. Then I'd prefer it if you stop rolling.
And what about you?
For me, man, it was the blindfolded aspect of the film was kind of exhilarating, and it was fun to try something different. So I don't know. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah.
And what can you tell us about the story of the movie? I mean, to present to all of these people, Bird Box. How you describe this story with the relationship and, I mean, the whole thing that is going on in the world.
I would say it is a post-apocalyptic, familial love story amalgamation thing that is amazing. With
That's a
some
good
thrills.
description. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And how was you? You guys have an amazing cast, right? And how was to work with them? Because we have a lot of great names there, beside you two, of course. But how was to
Oh, we
work
had,
with that
we,
group?
and that's our director. I mean, we could have said no, but she handpicked very strategically all these different people because the story is basically about, the first half is about all these different human beings who never would have met before, who've never been around each other, would not want to be around each other, and they're forced to be together in this home during a horrible, horrible situation, and you actually get to see how we pass judgment on people, and the person you're passing judgment on could be the person who saves your life. So you see the good and the ugly in people, but she chose so many different personalities, and in a crazy way, we all got along so well. There wasn't one person who came in with an attitude or an ego or thought they were better than everyone else. We were all on a level playing field, and I think that's what made going on this journey so nice, is that doesn't always happen. There's always somebody that thinks they're better than everybody else, and we didn't have that in this one.
Cool, cool. And we were talking yesterday about Netflix. Netflix has 2 panels here and a lot of content, movies and series. We are in a new era of content. I mean, with streaming and everything. How was to work in a movie with Netflix? Because it's not a traditional studio. How was to work with them in this project?
Me personally, Netflix is an amazing company. The people that work there are amazing people, so it was just a very fluid, very amazing experience because, like Sandy said, there were no egos in front of the camera, behind the camera, in every regard. So that was just, it was a special experience.
Yeah, if you're working in a place that is artist friendly, that likes creative people, that allows you creative freedom, that treats you really well, and is happy you're a part of the team, that also tries to make content for everybody. It's not just one-sided. Every time you blink, there's another level of content. And it's exciting for me because as a woman you think, oh, at a certain time I'm just not going to be allowed to work anymore. And then Netflix happened and you go, guess what? I'm not going anywhere. So you feel lucky to be a part of such nice people, which again is very rare. There were no egos.
Cool. And Sandra, you have a brilliant career. Where do you put Bird Box in your career? Like, what is special about this character and this project specifically?
Well, I've never done this genre before.
Yeah.
This was something that I was never interested in doing before, and I actually read this script about 8 years ago and didn't connect to it. I read it again about 2 years ago, and it floored me, and I realized it might be because I have children. And my kids kept asking me to make something for them, and this is what I made, and of course they can't see it for another 10 years, but you always think you've done every story, and then life happens, and the world happens, and you see it differently, and you experience it differently, and you say, I would like to say something about our world and remind everyone there's always hope, there's always amazing human beings that are willing to reach out a hand, and they're not the people you expect. I need hopeful movies, even if they're scaring the crap out of me. I need to know that there's a level of hope at the end that makes you go, okay, it's not ever going to get that bad.
Cool. Guys, thank you very much for being here, and it's a real pleasure to have you guys
Thank you for
here.
having us. Thank you all for having us so
you.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so
Obrigada,
much, and
thank
it's a
you.
great panel. Thank you.